least I could do for the captain of the Enterprise.
The last time we see James T. Kirk on the big screen was in the 1994 movie Star Trek Generations.
Captain Kirk.
Yes.
After getting sucked into the Nexus while trying to save the Enterprise B,
Captain Kirk, please respond.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard convinces Kirk to leave the dream world and help him save the universe one more time.
I take it the odds are against us and the situation is grim.
You could say that.
Together, Kirk and Picard defeat Soren, but our OG captain pays the ultimate price and dies on Veridian 3.
They make a difference.
Oh yes, we made a difference.
In a sorrow-filled moment for all Trek fans, Picard buries Kirk under a pile of rocks. And that's where we thought Captain James T. Kirk's story would come to an end.
Well,
Then, midway through Season 3 of Star Trek Picard, we learn that Kirk is now tucked away on Daystrom Station among several Section 31 trinkets. The surprise Roddenberry even has some fans wondering if the captain may actually still be alive. Was this just a clever way to throw love at the original series Trek fans, or did the door just open for Captain Kirk in the 25th century?
Scotty, keep things together till I get back.
I always do.
We're breaking it all down for you, so you don't want to miss this episode. If you haven't already subscribed to our channel, please do so now, and give us a thumbs up if you want more honest pop culture like this. And make sure you stay to the end to see how to get this awesome Captain Kirk mug from the amazing artists at mixtees.com.
Bite me, Captain Kirk!
hey, whoa, come on, no, that's not Trek.
Star Trek Generations received mixed reviews, and many fans felt like it was an underwhelming send-off for the legendary captain. Most TOS fans would agree Captain Kirk's final scene should have been on a bridge as opposed to under one, giving him the hero's end he certainly deserved.
Trust me.
But that didn't happen. Instead, during his death scene, we are reminded that making a difference is what matters, especially for a captain of the Enterprise, and he also reminds us that being the captain of a starship is fun.
It was fun.
Something a lot of people making Star Trek have forgotten over the years. And it would seem that William Shatner was at least initially okay with Kirk's story ending, since his final two words, "oh my," was added on by the actor. In his memoir, he explains that he felt the way Kirk faced death, with a sense of openness and curiosity, is the same way he hopes to face his own mortality one day. But as we'll learn in a moment, Shatner actually wasn't happy about how his character was killed off, so he decided to do something about it himself.
You've got to hear me.
But before we get there, let's agree Captain Kirk was killed too soon, right? I mean, yes, chronologically he was 138 years old when he passed away on Veridian 3, but physically he was only 60. So when Raffi leads us to a panel on Daystrom Station that shows us an X-ray view of a body and the words Captain of the USS Enterprise and James T. Kirk attached to it, the first thing we said is, what?
What?
And then we said, oh, hold on a second.
Wait a minute!
This means, well, what does it mean?
What the hell are they? You've lost your mind.
Before we tell you what it means to find Kirk in the 25th century, please help us keep the lights on by listening to a quick message about this video's sponsor, Vessi. Have you heard about the sneaker company Vessi? Let me tell you about them because this shoe is going to change your life. We want to thank our sponsor Vessi for creating a great everyday sneaker that has been fantastic with all this crazy weather we've been having lately. It's the perfect shoe for any adventure. Not only are these sneakers comfortable, lightweight, and breathable, but they are also 100% waterproof.
They're not wet.
Made from Dymatex, these shoes keep you cool in the summer and warm in colder weather. They don't feel like they should be waterproof. Vessis are comfortable and stylish sneakers that you can wear every day. And no more boots. They'll have your feet dry in the wettest weather, and they are like a hot cup of cocoa on a cold day for your feet. We love our Vessi Stormburst because they have all the features of a rubber winter boot built into a sneaker, and we can keep them by the door knowing we can wear them no matter what it's like outside. Plus, they have a lugged rubber outsole that gives you extra grip in wet conditions. Vessis are a great investment to wear all year long. Check out the Vessi Stormburst and other styles at vessi.com/popcast. Get the style and size you want now and use code POPCAST for 15% off your entire order. Check out Vessi today.
If shoe fits, wear it.
So, what does it mean that Kirk is on Daystrom Station? It could end up being nothing, but in the right hands, it could mean a lot. Whatever could Section 31 want with Kirk's body? Well, if you know Section 31, then the possibilities could be frightening.
Article 14, Section 31. There are a few lines that make allowances for bending the rules.
It's possible that after Starfleet cleaned up its Enterprise D saucer mess and apologized to the locals on Veridian 3, damn you Duras sisters, they also beamed out the lifeless body of Captain James T. Kirk and put him on ice away somewhere until Section 31 finally got their grubby little hands on him. During the events of Picard Season 3, it's been 32 years since Kirk died on that planet. That's a long time to keep anyone's body chilling. So it makes us wonder, did Kirk actually die on Veridian 3? Well, if you're a fan of the Star Trek novels, and specifically the Shatnerverse, then the answer is no. Remember when we said Shatner wasn't happy with the way Kirk was killed? Before Generations was made, he was told Kirk was going to die whether he was in the movie or not. Apparently, producers felt like the Next Generation movies were going to make a ton of money and be super successful, and that didn't leave any room for Kirk. And boy were they wrong about TNG movies. Well, in 1996, Shatner decided he'd just do something about Kirk's death himself. He'd bring him back to life.
Yes!
Shatner co-wrote the novel Return, which includes a resurrection of Captain Kirk. Romulans steal the Starfleet legend's body after Jean-Luc covers him in rocks. In this novel, the Borg have formed an alliance with the Romulan Star Empire in order to destroy the Federation, and they want to use Kirk as a sleeper agent to get close to Picard and assassinate him. The book is fantastic, with Picard, Spock, and characters from TOS, TNG, and Deep Space Nine all freeing Kirk from the Borg's control. The Return reached number 4 on the New York Times bestseller list and would spawn 6 more books, including the final one, Captain's Glory, which was released in 2006 and included a very much alive Captain Kirk around the events of Star Trek Nemesis. So it's obvious that William Shatner never wanted to see Kirk dead, and certainly fans didn't want that either. So what could Section 31 be up to? Odo, in the DS9 episode Dogs of War, said it best. Interesting, isn't it? The Federation claims to abhor Section 31 tactics, but when they need the dirty work done, they look the other way. It's a tidy little arrangement, wouldn't you say? And Odo would know, considering only 3 years after Kirk dies on Veridian 3, Section 31 creates the virus that nearly wipes out the changeling Great Link.
The reality is, the Federation set out to destroy my people.
And here we are with the events of Picard Season 3 as a result. No, we're not saying that Kirk's body was somehow responsible for that virus, but that may be the exact reason Section 31 is keeping his body just the same. Think of all the things Kirk's body's experienced over his lifetime. Who knows what little secrets his DNA holds? You have to admit, they also have Picard's body at Daystrom Station, and we know the place isn't a graveyard. You can bet if Picard or Kirk are there, it's because Section 31 thinks they can be of some use. Some people have suggested that perhaps Picard is there to keep other people from cloning him like the Romulans did. So that could be it. No one wants the enemy cloning our greatest Starfleet officers, but that just doesn't feel right. What we do know is that Kirk's body, while perhaps not pertinent to the events of Picard Season 3, does leave an opening for future Star Trek writers and streaming showrunners to make use of this cool little Roddenberry. Knowing Kirk's DNA is still available and locked away leaves Star Trek a litany of possibilities if they want to resurrect the character or create a version of that character again in the future. But with Shatner now 92 years old, don't expect a future sighting of him in a Star Trek show. When the first season of Picard came around, Shatner said he wasn't interested in reliving his legacy again like Patrick Stewart, but under the right circumstances, a cameo could have been a possibility. As we know, that never happened, but he's still with us and anything's possible. So what do you think? Were you excited to see Captain Kirk in Daystrom Station? Would you like to see his legacy continue in some way? How about Jack Crusher and a young Kirk clone boldly exploring the galaxy together? Or has Kirk had his day and a sweet Picard Season 3 character cameo is all we should ever do with him? Let's talk about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to hear more discussions about this topic, as well as interviews with Star Trek cast and crew, please join us over at our other channel, The Popcast Unleashed. Also, don't forget our Captain Kirk mug in our store. Get 20% off your purchase by using coupon code ThePopcast. The link is in the description below. Until next time,
Don't let them do anything takes you off the bridge of that ship because while you're there, you can make a difference.